Hello, my moonbeams, and happy new year. Welcome to the channel. So I want to do a divine feminine 2026 type reading. I've had a bunch of messages coming through all week. I just have not been able to get a reading out. So lately seeing 920, okay, the number 9, the angel number 920, which can speak to blessings, new experiences, spiritual growth, alignment to life's purpose, encouraging you to embrace change. Very important here because I'm just getting someone who has felt very out of their comfort zone lately and really trying to lean into that. And it's good for you. It's really good for you. You are going to have exponential growth this year, I'm feeling. This is also pushing you to find harmony, to try to find a balance. And that may seem really difficult right now. Like there's a lot, I'm feeling a lot on your plate. And literally probably praying for a way to find balance, like asking even the universe or God, how am I going to do all of this, right? But you are going to do all of it. You're going to find your flow. I'm just hearing flow state. You're going to find your flow here, okay? I also kept hearing that song, God Is, by Kanye West, and the specific lyrics, every time I look up, I see God's faithfulness. And there's a lot of reward coming to you this year for keeping the faith, right? For not blaming God or the universe for things that have gone wrong in your life. There is really this recognition of how we really do and can create our own suffering here. And to decide to shift that perspective this year of like, you know, things are not happening to me, they're happening for me. It's a pivot, okay? That's what's coming through. This door closed, it was a pivot for a reason. And really trying to dig deep on those and like why I'm being pivoted, finding the positive out of everything here. There's also a tie to this lyric here. Every time I look up, I see God's faithfulness. It's tied to someone who's passed in your life. It's something that they used to say. It might not be in the same exact way here, but it's something they used to say, like just stand out and look up into the sky. How could you not believe in something bigger than us? How could you not believe in God? How could you not believe that we are so much more than what we are here on this earth? Something like that. It's something that you fall back to time and time again throughout your journey here on earth. Okay? It may feel pretty hard to believe at this time that things are working themselves out because I'm just really feeling under a lot of pressure. There's a lot of pressure on your shoulders right now. But to just know, your guides are urging you to just know that things are still being fully released right now and that things are going to get a lot less heavy, okay? A lot less heavy. And to just trust and believe in that, okay? So let's start out with the Intuitive Whispers Oracle and just dig a little deeper into this energy. This is very beautiful energy. I'm definitely getting the chills here. I don't like the way that one fell out. Inspiration Hunt, okay? Important to walk in silence is the way they're putting this here. So getting out into nature possibly, and being alone with your thoughts and what comes up, okay? There's a real need to let yourself process your emotions at this time. You could have gone a lot of years, like, I mean, a lot of years with pushing emotions down rather than processing them. And so as you really lean into that healing here, you're going to see a lot of like dreams come up, and you're wondering what these dreams mean. There could be some fear behind that, right? But it's not, they're wanting you to know that you're processing your deepest fears and desires here, okay? You are actually processing your deepest fears and desires. So you're going to see the manifestation of your fears in your dreams here. It's to face it, right? To look at it, to ask yourself, why do I fear this? It's time to shine. You could be the year of the tiger here. It's your time to shine. 24 and 42, we have mirroring numbers here as well. Okay. Wow, I'm just seeing someone on one side of the mirror, like your shadow self, looking at the best version of yourself. It's like you do have a glimpse of what the best version of yourself looks like. You have this picture here of what that would look like, what your life would look like. You know what needs to be released. You just quite haven't stepped into it. Everything hasn't been released yet, and you're not fully in it yet, but you have this picture, this complete picture of what it looks like and who you are in that life. Okay? And it's going to come to fruition here. This is beautiful, absolutely beautiful, beautiful energy. We just had that wolf supermoon on the 3rd. Okay, so that was like a final release of sorts of, you know, all these things you've been working through probably since around 2020. Okay, maybe even longer for some of you. We have trust yourself. Okay, this is really speaking to aligning your third eye with your heart here. Okay, we have the owl spirit too, which is a spiritual awakening. Okay, a big spiritual awakening, and gratitude for the past. Okay, back to that song. Every time I look up, I see God's faithfulness. Okay, you are really sitting in that gratitude. You're not looking to your past as a burden anymore, but as lessons you needed to learn so that you could forge the best possible version of yourself and the best possible life for yourself in this 3D realm. Okay, we have feel, don't think. Beautiful. Learning, and that too, like learning to silence the mind a bit, right? I definitely getting like an overthinking energy in the past where you just overthink, but you've learned to really separate that, you know, what's coming through as intrusive thoughts, what's coming up as your fears, especially if you're in a time frame where you are allowing yourself to heal from something, okay, where you use something to suppress emotions for a long period of time. Those feelings have to be felt and processed, okay, and they're going to do it whatever way they can. Dream state, through emotions, through anger, whatever, right? And just like really letting yourself go through that process and not falling back out of letting yourself go through that process, because there's something here about it's going to lead you to like a quantum leap of growth, okay? Bottom of the deck, becoming your own priority. Very important here, okay? Becoming your own priority. It's about you this year, okay? I want me to say that very, very strongly. It is about you this year, okay? It's about you. All about you. About you really, really taking care of yourself this year. All right, let's get the keep your light. Moving on with this energy. Keep Your Light by Rebecca Campbell. RC could be initials that are significant to you. Soul family, call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. Blue whales could be very significant on your journey. You don't have to do it alone. Ask for help. They just said that very clearly. Ask for help. You shall receive it. Break the chain. Ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. Yes, this is exactly all the energy that's coming in. It's something big here. Like you are releasing patterns that have gone on throughout your ancestral lineage for so long. Okay? You're doing it different. That is coming through so strong. You're not afraid to be yourself. There's some recognition of who you were, true to your core at some point in your life when you felt like you didn't fit in with your own family. Okay? Not afraid to love that person, even if it means you are a lone wolf of some sort. Spirit's saying really strongly here, you're never going to be a lone wolf. Family doesn't have to be blood. Your soul family will find you when you live in your true authenticity. Trust your path. Trust yourself, trust your path, okay? You're leaning into trust completely. Letting go of fear, letting go of control, not forcing anything anymore. Understanding that what leaves is meant to leave, and what comes is meant to come, and what stays is meant to stay. Align your life. This is so beautiful. What is not aligned or needs to change. It's exactly what you're doing right now, and you're not afraid to do it anymore. You are not afraid. Okay? It doesn't matter if it's been a 15-year-long relationship, if it's been, if it's family by blood, if it's been a 25-year friendship. If it does not align, you are letting it fly, okay? That is the most loving thing that you could do for yourself here. Warrior woman. You have, like I said, I think I said in the beginning, and if I didn't say it, it was coming to me in the beginning. Warrior spirit, you've been through a lot, okay? You've been through a lot. Thank you, Spirit. You're already doing it. Stop overthinking. We are just saying that, okay? Feel, don't think. Stop overthinking. Keep facing your true north, okay? So this is heavy confirmation that you are walking in the right path and to keep putting one foot in front of the other. Wow. Bottom of the deck, the Age of Light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. Oh, and then we have protection. Call back your power, cut the cords, soul retrieval. Very important, okay? This lack of motivation that we were feeling in the beginning of the reading could heavily be tied to the fact that you have, bits of fragments of your soul floating out there. Trauma can cause that, right? A shaman can help with that. If you can find a really good shaman here. Whew, I feel like that was such a beautiful message. We could definitely end there, but I want to ask, What's coming in for this beautiful divine feminine spirit for this year? What is coming in? What does this beautiful feminine have to look forward to? Just asking that, I'm getting chills because there's a little bit of an element of spirit wanting things to be a bit of a surprise for you. You are hard to surprise, they say. You are hard to surprise and wanting to surprise you. We have Georges Louis Borges, okay? Someone could be French here. Don't talk unless you can improve your silence. Ooh, that came through very intensely, like something that you've wanted to heavily work on and you have been working on, right? Like really knowing, like not having quantity speak, but quality speak. Interesting. That's very interesting. Not just speaking to speak, but speaking because it's going to make a difference. Maybe you're meant to be some type of motivational or life coach, like speaker here. The Fool. Wow. So this is confirmation for this new beginning that's coming through and this time to shine. It's big. Whatever it is this year, it's big. You're going to go from the Fool 0 to 100 this year. Okay, I am not kidding when I say if you are resonating with this energy, if you are feeling chills as you hear this, if hair is standing up on your back as you hear this, you are going to be a completely different person by the end of this year. Okay, we have optimistic, carefree, joyful, free spirit, innocence, new start, faith in the journey. Okay, you went through, just kidding, that song, 40 days and 40 nights, and they're calling me to the 40 days and 40 nights in the desert for Jesus. Okay, the faith and trust that he had to hold before his real life purpose could begin, right? You've had faith for quite some time. You've held faith through intense darkness, okay? You really have. Like, I just feel someone coming to tears in hearing that, right? Because deep down, you know something big and something good is coming for you, okay? You may have had just a big release of fear even yesterday about, maybe you were having this intense feeling even yesterday of something like impending doom is coming through, or like you're going to hear something really bad, right? But maybe it's like tower energy, but a perspective shift has come even today, even this morning, of whatever is meant to leave my life, I'm going to be okay. You know, it's meant for it, and I know that God's going to lay out the path for me. Le Petit Prince. There's definitely like a French influence here. It is only with the heart that one can see rightly. What is essential is invisible to the eye. Okay, so very heavy with that third eye and that heart chakra alignment here. You're going to literally be seeing things so differently. Fifth house, house of pleasure, creativity, romance, entertainment, self-expression, leisure, and kids. Okay, so I'm really getting strong that this year, and you may have already been feeling the urge to very much express yourself through fashion. Okay, through what you put on your body. Very important here. And this could have been something very big for you at some point in your life before, where maybe you started not to really quite feel accepted. You felt that in a lot of ways, but that was one of the ways you started to conform by dressing the way other people thought was appropriate, right? And I'm not saying you dress appropriate like inappropriate where you know, how people can think like, oh, you show too much skin or something like that. But just how these pictures are coming through, lots of color, vibrancy, just wild, weird. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. It's creative. It was your creativeness coming through, an outwardly expression of your inner creativeness, right? It was beautiful. You're gonna lean back into that this year. That's gorgeous. I love that. Leaning back into that this year. Second house, house of values. Focus on material and physical possessions, finances, self-worth, and personal values. Integrity is coming through very strong here, but also getting yourself set up, right? You're working towards, I see two paths, like it feels like it's two paths, but it's working in tandem, right? You're working a solid career, but you're also working your creative expression. And then that's really going to pay off. You're working for financial stability and not like this crazy lavish greed life, but like, you know, to be able to pay for your time and just to have a nice life, right? That's beautiful. Whew, what else, Spirit? Dr. Joe Dispenza. Your personality creates your personal reality. To change your personality, you must change your personal reality. Okay, so this is back to the creative expression of yourself here. Definitely, there's something here about letting yourself laugh a little more. We're gonna get two more. Not taking things so seriously. Like, yes, being responsible, but not taking things so seriously. Trying to find the laughter and the fun in anything that you do here. House of friendship, social groups, aspirations. This is the 11th house, humanitarian causes and collective projects. So very much tied to finding your soul family again this year, coming through heavily. So I see financial stability. I see this creative outwardly expression growing for you this year, and you really finding your friendship circle. You're meant to be friendship circle here, and you could have really let go friendships, long-term friendships that you had, you know, that just weren't quite fitting. High priestess, wow. Purity is very much being tied to this personal worth and values. Okay, there could have been a time in your life too that purity was very, very important to you. Okay, so they're really circling back here on you tuning in to who you were when you didn't give a crap about what anyone else thought. Okay, there's something there with that, and maybe journal about it. Spirituality, inner knowledge, duality, hidden info, intuition, and unconscious mind. Okay, excuse me, that could be confirmation for somebody if you just sneezed. Really the becoming of the high priestess this year, okay? Your spiritual gifts are really going to shine this year, are really going to be allowed to come to the forefront. Those with your suppression of who you truly are and your authenticity, your spiritual gifts have also been dulled here, okay? Wow. Bottom of the deck, the Lovers. A fated partnership. This is also speaking to purity and choice, vulnerability and balance. Okay, so that is beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful. And you this is, you know, ABC 1, 2, 3. We know that, like, becoming the best version of yourself, your most authentic self, brings that alignment and brings everything meant for you, right? We know that. But it's so much easier said than done. The journey is not easy. If it was easy, everybody would take it and everybody would be living this beautiful heaven on earth, perfect peace life. But that's not the case, right? Love 2026, which is so fitting, right? Because it ends in a 6, which is the card of the Lovers. What it's telling me is at the end of this year, this metamorphosis, this huge change, this quantum leap, this different person that you become, which is actually not different at all because it's a person you were at one point in your life. It's just returning to that, brings in the love of your life. All right, my loves, that is absolutely beautiful. Okay, they're telling me to get a rune, so let's do it. I was gonna end it there, but they're telling me to get a rune for you guys. All right, let's see what she says. Joy and light. This rune is a fruit-bearing branch. What did we say? Everything is going to come to fruition this year. The term of travail is ended, and you have come to yourself in some regard. You cannot make this up. The shift that was due has occurred. Now you can freely receive this rune, Wonjo's blessings, whether they be in material gain, in your emotional life, or in a heightened sense of your own well-being, which I'm getting all three very strongly here. This is an alchemical moment in which understanding is transmuted from knowledge. The knowledge itself was a necessary but not sufficient condition. What did I say? You know, you have that picture of this life for yourself. You have the knowledge, you know what works, you know what doesn't. You have everything you need in this little box right now, right? Now you can rejoice, having been carried across the gap by the will of heaven. Joyousness accompanies new energy, energy blocked before now. Light pierces the clouds and touches the waters just as something lovely emerges from the depths. The soul is illuminated from within at the meeting place of heaven and earth, the meeting of the waters. There is a new clarity which may call for you to renounce existing plans, ambitions, and goals. Oh my gosh, excuse me. It is proper and timely. Someone could be seeing 333 lately for you to do so. For Wonjo is a rune of restoration of the self properly aligned with the self. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That is so beautiful, my loves. All right. I hope this reading helped you. I hope it gave you a little bit of guidance. And most importantly, I hope it helps strengthen your intuition on what you're already knowing and feeling. Okay? You have inner sovereignty. You have power. And remember that. I love you very much. And until next time, love and light.